friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here, and I'm here for new show alert. New show alert. New show alert. Big Sky. It come on ABC on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. And I have seen this show, circulating. They did a whole lot of promotion for the season premiere. So I like the trailer, and Ryan Phillippe is in it, and I really like Ryan Phillippe, even though some of his shows don't make it, even though I did like Shooter. But anyway, it's from David E. Kelley, and David E. Kelley is a great writer, and he usually do pretty good shows. And so I thought I'd give this show a chance, see what it's talking about, and I will say I was pleasantly surprised. It's really, really good. So let's see how long this show lasts. I hope that it lasts the full season. This was the pilot episode, so we'll see where it goes. I will review it as long as it, stays on the air. Again, some of these shows don't last long, but we'll give it a shot. So basically this show takes place in Montana. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. I wonder if they filmed it in Montana or if they filmed it somewhere else, because it is absolutely gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And it has a cast of characters, let me tell you. All right? A cast of characters. First, let's start off with Ryan Phillippe, honey. Ryan Phillippe, he owns a private investigator business along with a black woman named Cassie. And he also has an ex-wife named Jenny. Now, they are separated. Ryan Phillippe and Jenny are separated. They are not divorced. And she makes her appearance, honey. When I tell you she shows up at the private detective's office, and she confronts the black girl named Cassie. And she was like, "You've been sleeping with my man." And so Cassie was like, I don't know what you talking about, Willis. I don't know what you're talking about. See, Cassie had some, amnesia for a quick sec. And so Jenny was like, "Don't you play with me. Don't lie to me, okay? You've been sleeping with my husband, all right?" And so Cassie just came out and said, "Listen, okay, I thought you two was over. I thought you was over. I mean, you were talking about, you gonna move on, and you told him he needs to move on, and he told me it was a wrap, it was done, it was finished. Okay, so he cracked my back." And of course, Jenny was like, okay, separated don't mean divorce. And how can you do that? I thought me and you were cool. Because, see, all of them live in this small town. All of them, was friends. So, Jenny, she was hot, all right? And so Cassie, she was trying to explain herself, and, honey, it did no type of good. So here comes Cody, which is played by Ryan Phillippe. Jenny done left, mad as bacon grease. Jenny, Cassie, she was mad as hell. And so Ryan was like, "What is going on?" And Cassie was like, "You made it seem like that you and her were done. That's how you made it seem like. But apparently, she got other things going on. Like, she think that y'all are still going to, reconcile and be together. What's going on?" She was like, "You know what? I don't want to hear it." So she jumped in her truck going 80. And so, of course, Ryan Phillippe is like, daggone, Ryan Phillippe, his fine self, got two women fighting over. Ebony and Ivory fighting over Ryan Phillippe. So, we have that little, love triangle. So, later on, we have Jenny, which is the white woman. She's at the local bar. Here comes Cassie, which is the black woman. Mind you, they both slept with Ryan Phillippe. So Cassie, she goes to, confront Jenny. She just not confront. She wanted to talk to her about the situation. She wanted to tell her, "Listen, I didn't know that y'all may have, may be on the verge of reconciling, okay? He made it seem like it's done, okay? I wouldn't sleep with that man if I thought that there was any chance that y'all may get back together. But of course, Jenny, she's been drinking a little bit, and she ain't trying to hear it. She hurt. Okay, she hurt by her soon-to-be ex-husband, and she hurt by her friend. So she ain't trying to hear none of this. So they get into it, and all of a sudden they get to fighting. I mean, punching and kicking and throwing. Honey, lips are split, eyes are black, cheeks are swollen, hair torn out. Honey, them two girls was blah, 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 blah. They were fighting. Okay, so they were tussling. And then later on, we see them at the emergency room, honey, at urgent care, getting stitched up. And, you know, they just looked a hot mess. And who shows up? Ryan Phillippe. Ryan Phillippe is like, now, I know not. What is going on with you two? Y'all out here scrapping? So, anyway, they both, Ryan Phillippe ends up giving them both a ride home. And, honey, it was just a mess. A mess. And Cassie's character, she lives with her dad, and she's a single mother. So later on, we see Jenny showing up at Ryan Phillippe's house. And she's like, we are separated. We're separated. I thought that maybe it would be a chance for us to reconcile. But you out here banging my friend? And she said, you know what? She says, Cassie lives by the honor code. There is no way she will sleep with you if she didn't think that you told her that we were done. And he said, listen, he says, we were done. He says, oh, every time when we try to get back together, we end up trying to kill each other. It's done. Well, honey, that led to, you know, some hot, steamy, you know, boom, boom, boom. So, of course, you know, Ryan Phillippe got this woman, his soon-to-be ex-wife, fighting over him. You know, they had words and sexual tension, and of course that leads to some bump, bump, bump. So Jenny and Ryan Phillippe, you know, they had sex, child. So anyway, let's talk about the trooper, honey, the creepy trooper in this story. I cannot remember his name. It starts with an R. Anyway, we meet him. There is a guy from San Francisco who is stuck. He's driving a Tesla. And of course on these, you know, rocky roads, you know, his Tesla gets stuck. So there is the state trooper who is trying to get him out of the, you know, the hole. So he starts talking to this guy. He's right off the bat, you side-eyed him like, why are you talking like this? Like he was saying things like, you know, you got to think about your vehicle like the way you make love to your woman and all this crazy stuff. And he kept using terms like easy peasy, just really, really weird. So he got the guy out of the ditch and off he goes. Now later on we see him at home, and honey, he has a home life. So his wife, who is very lonely, okay, and she's going through menopause, and she's done made his meal, and she says, listen, you need to touch me more. You need to show me some type of, you know, affection. What is going on with you? And so he was like, listen, I ain't got time. I had a long, hard day. I don't want to hear this talk. You having some of your little menopausal episodes, get out my face. I ain't trying to hear it. She was like, see, that's the problem. You don't want to hear nothing I got to say. It's just me and you now. Okay? I'm here. You're here. And the kids are grown. I need some affection. I need some boom boom. And honey, he wasn't hearing it. He was too busy slurping on his soup, talking about some easy peasy. Honey, he's a creepoid. So, she gets all blowed up, and she, you know, leaves the room. Child, let's talk about the crazy of the crazy, honey. The crazy truck driver. Honey, his name is Ronald. Ronald is what, 38, 39? He still live at home. Norman Bates type of character. That type of crazy. Very clean cut, hair not out of place, attractive man, and he is a truck driver. Now his mama, child, his mama is something else. Mama Ronald. Honey, Mama Ronald is standing on that front porch, child, belittling him. She's like, what type of man is 38 years old, still lives at home. What type of man don't have no type of social life? What type of man don't have no girlfriend? You a loser. That's basically what she was telling her son. She says, I got friends who, children are accomplished, who are doctors, who are lawyers, who gets awards. What do I say about my boy? Oh, he drives a big old truck. Honey, she was on something. She's a nasty piece of work. And that is probably why the creepy creep boy truck driver Ronald is the way he is, because his mama is a piece of trash herself. Honey, who gonna talk down to the child like that? Anyway, so she made a comment. She said, you had took some food, your dinner, and you didn't bring the plates up, So he was like, I'm not trying to hear this. She was like, I try to keep a clean house. I try to keep everything perfect. Okay, you better keep that room clean. You're 39 years old. You can't clean your room. So anyway, he was like, I am not trying to hear it. What I'm thinking is that he did something else with that food, child. But anyway, so we see Ronald. He's at a truck stop. And then we see a whole lot of women, honey, around that truck stop. Locked lizards. Y'all know what locked lizards are. They're trucker prostitutes. They are prostitutes that work at truck stops. And then there's this particular female. She goes up to, creepy Ronald's truck and, spin some game. And Ronald, his awkward self, he was like, come on in. So they're having a conversation and he is telling her how beautiful she is, how, lovely she is, and, why are you, in this type of, occupation. You're so beautiful. What is your home life like? My mom is crazy. My mom is a piece of trash. And so the hooker, the lot lizard, she was like, listen, I haven't talked to my parents in a long time, okay? I don't even, talk to them. I do this because I do this. And, and she's saying really nice things to, creep boy, Ronald, the truck driver, serial killer child. So anyway, so we have them having a lovely conversation. And then they start kissing. And child, when you know it, he pulls out a heavy duty taser, honey. That thing had 13,000 volts. It was like, honey, she was out. She was out. Okay, and we see later on that she's in the back of that truck all wrapped up. I thought she was dead. And I was like, oh, Lord, he done killed her. So anyway, he done got her wrapped up in, in this garment in the back of the truck. Now, we see two young girls. Two young girls on the road trip. They are sisters. I can't remember their name. The blonde and the brunette. The brunette played, Lizzie on, or Izzy, played Izzy on Little Fires Everywhere. So they're on a road trip. They're on their way to Montana. Now the blonde is dating Jenny and Ryan Phillippe's son. Okay, they're boyfriend and girlfriend. So they're driving and they're having a good old time listening to the radio, blah, blah, blah. So along the road trip, honey, she didn't even think about getting this car maintenance before she went on this road trip. And the check engine light come on. And so she's telling her sister, don't even worry about it. It comes on all the time. It's probably just a little overheating. We'll make it. We only got, 3 hours, to go. We'll get there. And so the brunette, the sensible sister was like, you should have got this maintenance. Who does this? She was like, don't worry about it. It's good. So along the way, here comes a tractor trailer. Ronald, the serial killer tractor trailer driver, okay, he almost hit the girls. And he, flying by. So the blonde, honey, took it upon herself, road rage, and starts chasing the truck driver. Now, mind you, before this, they were going to stay on the interstate, okay? They chose to get off of the interstate because it'd be a quicker path or whatever. So they got off of the interstate, all right? So they're on the side road. So they're chasing down this tractor trailer, trying to pass it. He's getting agitated. It's just a whole mess. So when they get up next to the tractor trailer, the blonde is like, roll down your window, roll down your window, roll down your window. And she's calling him a loser and, all this kind of stuff. And so it is ticking him off. He is mad because, he's crazy. He's crazy. So they turned off of another road, okay, near Yellowstone Park or something like that. They turned off of the road, and, they thought that they had lost the truck driver. Now, what's interesting is, the truck driver, when they got ahead of the truck driver, they were gone. And the truck driver lost steam, going up the hill. So they turned off, or you could go straight. Now, for some reason, he knew they had turned off. How did he know they turned off? Why did he think they turned off? Why didn't he think they just kept straight? But anyway, they turned off, and guess what happened to the car, y'all? It stalled. The car overheated, okay, and it broke down. So here they are, broke down on the side of the road, all right? No cell service, of course, okay? So they're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And so the brunette was like, we can walk back to the campsite. It's just a couple of miles. Let's see if we can, find somebody or maybe get cell service or something. And so the blonde was like, no, let's just sit here. Let's just stay inside the car. Surely someone will come. Child, someone came all right. The truck driver. And so they're like, yeah, someone's coming. And so the brunette says, oh my God, that's the truck driver. And so the blonde is like, don't worry about it. I tell him I'm sorry. He's not going to do anything to us. We'll just say that, we were upset. He will help us. And honey, next thing we know, he bust out the window. He bust out the window. He tasered the blonde. The brunette tries to get away. He tasers her. So he throws both of them in the back of the tractor trailer. Now, they're out. So it's the blonde and the brunette and the lot lizard hooker woman in the back of this tractor trailer. So, while all this is going on, we have Ryan Phillippe and Jeannie in bed. They get woken up by their son. And their son is like, listen, my girlfriend ain't showed up yet. I've tried to call. I've tried to text. She hasn't gotten back to me. That is very unusual. No one has heard from her. I think something has happened. So, of course, Ryan Phillippe being a private investigator, I think he used to be a cop. And then Cassie, she is a private investigator. And then Jeannie, she's an ex-cop. So they all, jump into it. They're trying to figure out where these girls are. Now, in the middle of all this trying to figure out, they learn that young girls have become missing in Montana. This ain't nothing new. Who was not surprised by this information? State trooper, crazy, okay? State trooper. So, everybody's like trying to, look for this girl. So state trooper, he's getting up, he's leaving. And so his wife is like, listen, we need to talk. He was like, ain't nothing to talk about. She says, I'm telling you, you don't talk to me, it's over. It's over. He says, I ain't got time for this. Young girls are missing. So she was like, grrr. So out the door he goes, okay? So he's in communication with Ryan Phillippe, and then they talk about meeting up, and then Jenny and Casey is back at the detective place at the office trying to, figure out some information about the trucking and, just trying to get some information together, see if they can locate, this little girl. The girls. So while everybody is out there doing their thing, we have the girls waking up, and they are freaking out, okay? The Ronald, the truck driver, he's just, driving away. And so the sisters are like, oh my God, what is going on? So they see that body there. So they, open up the little package, and they see it's another woman. And so the girl is like, is she dead? And so the brunette, she starts doing CPR on her. And guess what, honey? She wasn't dead. She was alive. And so she's like, and so of course the girls are screaming and making all kinds of noise, and they're hitting the the truck. And so Ronald, he pulls the truck over. He goes to see what's going on. And so the blonde is like, why are you doing this? Please don't hurt us. What's happening? And the brunette's laying there, and then the hooker is laying there. She says, listen, I opened up your little package. And so he was like, what did you do? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? And she was like, don't hurt us, don't hurt us. So he goes over to the hooker, and he still has his taser. He got his flashlight, and the hooker used one of those rat tail combs, honey, and boom, stabs her right there in the neck. Now, it's three of them. It's three of them. The main goal was to get the taser, but I guess they were just all over the place, so they start fighting. They start fighting the serial killer, well, the crazy. They start fighting. They're trying to take him over, and child, it didn't work. He got the taser. He overpowered them. He tased the blonde. He tased the hooker, and then he tased the brunette. Three of them couldn't take him down. I was like, get that taser. Get the taser. Stop him in his face. But anyway, they tried to no avail. So he gets back on the road, and here we have Ryan Phillippe hooking up with the state trooper. Okay, and they have, little leads, here and there that they can work on. It was something about a church and, all this kind of stuff. So, it was something about some type of cult church. I'm sure we'll get into a little bit, later. But anyway, here we are with Ryan Phillippe and the crazy state trooper, honey. So, they're going to go on another lead. And so the creepy state trooper is like acting really weird, like saying, of course, really weird things. And Ryan Phillippe, I think he was kind of picking up on it for a couple of seconds. Too late. Honey, he pulls out a gun. Crazy state trooper. Ba, 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 ba. Boom. He shoots Ryan Phillippe. Blood on the window. Blood on the state trooper. I said, now I know not. Now, I know David E. Kelly ain't gonna kill the main character on the first episode. Something's going on, okay? So, I don't know if this was like I don't know, but I refuse to believe that Ryan Phillippe is dead like that. What's happening? Because you see him in, previews, and he's, there. So, anyway, I wonder if they're just going to do flashbacks with Ryan Phillippe. You going to kill Ryan? Anyway, so he shoots Ryan. He gets out of the truck, and he gets on the phone call, and he says, Ronald, you making a mess. So, he, the crazy state trooper man, is talking to the crazy truck driver. So I guess there's this whole connection with, kidnapping, young girls or women. So anyway, that's that on that. All right. It was a very, very good episode. Again, it's called Big Sky. It comes on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. All right. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you watched it, and we'll see where this show goes. I hope it stays for at least one season, and I hope it don't get canceled, in the middle of the season. But anyway, that was the season premiere, and I enjoyed it. All right, y'all know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends,